Good evening. How's everybody doing tonight? I'm just going to wait for my partner, Mathieu, to come on here. And this is the third installment of the Tremblay Mckay show. He just joined. So I am going to... Oh, he says don't invite him now. Tonight's installment is going to be, hey Vanessa, how you doing? I think that was you that popped on. Thanks for the thumbs up. If you guys like what you see tonight, please comment and thumbs up and share the episode if you can. That'd be great. Much appreciated. Corey, what's going on, brother? How you doing over there in Ireland? We got Ireland in the house. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Just want to wait for my partner to come on here. Corey, what's going on, man? Haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you. Tonight's installment is going to be about negativity and positivity and the people who bring those two things to your life every day. Okay, Matthew's having a problem again. So, I don't know what's up here. I'm not having any broadcast problems, but he might. So, he said not to invite him. Hey, Peter, how's it going, man? I'm digging our new little community that we got going. It's super powerful stuff. Tyler, what's up, buddy? What's up? Hey, yeah, I'm really actually... enjoying our new community. I'm learning a lot, and it's actually very powerful. We're learning some very powerful stuff, and I'm passing it on to my teams, and things are going pretty well. Pretty well indeed. Yeah, Matthew, I don't know if you can hear me or not, but I bring you on and then you turn your screen. That's how it works. That's how I had to do it last time too. So, what do we got here? We got Peter, of course. So how's everyone doing? Peter, you're doing good, man? Tyler, we need to get on a chat soon, see what's going on, buddy. Rob, how you doing? Nice to see you. Still waiting for my... Hey, Steven, what's going on, buddy? Hope we're getting to the bottom of everything. That's what's going on in our little businesses. Rob. Yeah, my partner seems... Hey, man. My partner seems to have some problems getting his go-lives going. He's in Thailand, so I never have problems jumping on his, but he's maybe a little... having a few troubles. So, maybe I can begin and he can let me know when he's ready. Aaron, how you doing? So, I want to talk a little bit about positivity and negativity in the people that surround you in your life. We hear it a lot in our community that, we do a lot of, we're all a community of entrepreneurs here, and everyone's at different levels, and we all try to help each other out with our businesses. I do a lot of mentoring with people, teach them how to do online marketing, supply some really effective businesses that they can sell online, some effective services and products that they can sell online as well. And people are starting to free up their time and free up their lives a little bit. Okay, so Matthew's ready to go. Where is he? There he is. So we're going to invite Matthew out here. And we wanted to talk a little bit about positive and negative influence in your life and how important it is to... Hey, Matthew. How's it going, buddy? Yeah. I just wanted to fist bump.
Yeah.
I was just starting the go live here, and I was saying how important it is to, keep the negative and the positive influences in your life to a good balance. The people who are involved in your life. I was saying when I first started this business, online and the communities that we're involved with, there's a lot of personal development involved and a lot of positive reinforcement from our mentors, and a lot of actual hey Kamaya, how's it going, buddy? Sorry I couldn't jump on with you. I was just getting ready to do this with Matthew. We're doing a nightly thing here. So far we're doing pretty good with the this is episode number 3 so far, so we're doing pretty good. We've been pretty consistent. So yeah, we were talking about the positive and negative influence, and with these communities that we joined, I found myself, and I'm sure Matthew, you can agree, I found myself surrounded by some very good influencing people. And what I noticed, the first thing that I really started to notice was, since we do a lot of online marketing and we use social media to do a lot of our marketing, I noticed that I started friending a lot of people in these communities, and the first thing I noticed was that my news feed in Facebook started to change. Every day that I went on Facebook, I started noticing, and I'm sure you can agree, just more positive messages, more positivity coming out, positive influence, people with good advice, and the negative people that I had in my life on Facebook. And this, it also translated to my real life eventually, and I'll explain that in a second. But it started out with Facebook, right? Because I started friending all these new people in our community, and I noticed, you know, a lot more positive. I'd go on my Facebook and just be positive stuff, uplifting stuff, good advice, good business advice, good life advice, just, you know, a lot of support, a lot of friendship, a lot of love too. And that just, you know, going online and seeing that first thing in the morning was first just a positive influence. And after about a week or so, I was like, you know, my mindset just started changing from negative to positive just because of that kind of morning ritual of seeing good stuff. I remember before that, I used to, I'm in the music scene, right? And I have a lot of musician friends, and you know, musicians, a lot of them hang out in bars, and they say, you know, they smoke and they do drugs and stuff. So you know, they get up the next day and they're surly and they complain. I had a lot of complainers, you know, a lot of people with negative views on life, and it started shifting the negative comments to the positive comments, and I found that my outlook on life started shifting just because of the influence that was around me, you know, from day to day. And then I started actually doing it in real life too. Like, not that, you know, social media wasn't real life, but I mean, just in my immediate people that I hung around with, I stopped hanging around with a lot of people that were negative influence on me as well. Negative in their mindset, a lot of poverty, negative consciousness, and also negative influence-wise. You know, hey, let's go out and drink every night. You know, let's you know, smoke weed. Let's like smoke. You know, let's do things that are unhealthy for us. You know, like, so I started surrounding myself with way more positive people, and I immediately started feeling better about myself. I immediately started feeling my mentality changed, my mindset changed, and because that started, I began doing better things for myself. I began treating myself better after that, right?
Of course, it's just normal. And when you surround yourself with some positivity, you start to think more positive, and you start to notice every people around you that are always negative. You know, you all the negativity, because your focus is so on positivity stuff that when someone bring you negativity, you just like, oh, this is like, why? And you try to, and you can notice that people who bring you negativity, they are always in the same like kind of world. Like, everything is so negative.
Everything's bad. You know, everything's going wrong all the time,
no
right?
positivity in anything that happens.
I know. It's funny, right?
They just see the bad side of everything. So they don't try. When you start to try to find in every little thing, the positivity that you can find on it, like, you can transform all event on a positive stuff, on a way to learn something. There's no negativity. There's like, it's just that's just make me thinking about something else. So thank you for the love. Thank you for the share.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
Any comments also, we will read you just after that. So stay with us. share it with your friend if you want to bring value to your friends. That's awesome. It's a daily show that we are doing with Costa. So, but just I was thinking about, like, you know, when you're doing a business, and you try to speak with people, and you get, like, it's not possible to get 100% yes, but it's not possible to get 100% no. So every time you get a no, it's a step to a yes. It's one more step to get a yes, because at a point you will get a yes. So if you take it as a success instead of take it as a problem and as a fail, you will change something in your mind. And thank you. I saw Simon Dusablon, which is I work with him also. Is in my team, and he told me about that. He told me about the how to love the no. I don't know. I don't remember exactly there's a book about this. Simon, can you comment? What is the name of this book? I don't remember the name of this book, but it's like the power of no. So when you start to think about something positive on everything, something that you was thinking it was a fail before, that the no is good. Yeah, exactly. The no is good. This is the name of the book. The no is good, because when you think that the no, you always thinking on a fail, and you have a ripple effect on it's not the power of now. Yeah. The power of now, we talked about this yesterday, but this is the no. The no is good, because a no, it's one step ahead for a yes, and not the opposite. Because you cannot have 100% yes, but you cannot have 100% no. So every time you get a no, it's a one step ahead for a yes.
It's getting all the negativity out of the way, actually.
Exactly.
That's the way I look at it.
When you think like this, you get a no, you said, yes, I got a no. Like, it's not a fail. So you bring positivity in your mind, you bring positivity in your mindset, you bring positivity in your business, you bring positivity in everything. And this is just an example, but that can be for everything in your life. You know, the small thing in your life can be like this.
Mistakes are not a negative thing, but so many people look at their mistakes and they beat the hell out of themselves over their mistakes. And that it depends how you beat yourself over it. You know, if you think that you're horrible, and that doesn't help. But if you take a mistake and it's just a stepping stone, that mistake is just a stepping stone to the result, to the positive result, to the end game. You know, to your win, right? That's all that is. Like, you know, there's that anecdote about Edison. He was trying to invent the light bulb, and he failed 1,000 times. You know, and everyone said, how could you keep going after 1,000 times? And that was just 1,000 different ways that it didn't work until I figured out the one way that it did work, right? So, and you see it a lot in, like, with skateboarders and stuff. They just, you know, a lot of skateboarders, they beat the hell out of themselves over missing tricks, but they keep getting back up and keep doing it over and over again. You know, it's not a negative thing to them. It's just one step to getting it down, you know. So it applies to anything in life, really, you know, to push to get the negative out of the way, or not to push it away as a bad thing, but to perceive it as a good thing. You know, like they say, there's a silver lining in everything. Perceiving the negative properly is so important, because it's just a stepping stone to your victory every single time. Now, like, back to influences in your life, the negative and positive influences. Now, it's not possible well, I suppose it is possible to push every negative person out of your life, but there's some people that we can't really afford to push out of our lives that way, right? Like, in some cases, there may be people that are really detrimental, but I'm referring to, like, family and stuff. Like, most of us don't want to omit our family from our lives, right? Some cases, you know, there's maybe abusive cases or whatever, and it's important to get away from that kind of stuff. I get that, you know. But most cases, you know, people don't want to push their family away, right? But you know, your family's coming from a place of negativity a lot of times, and they do it out of love, right? I noticed when I first started this business, I got a lot of negativity and a lot of, you know, fun making, and people like, oh, I'll believe it when I see it, kind of thing, right? Um, I kind of knew that, you know, you had to see it to believe it first, right? It goes the other way for me. But you know, now the people that are around me, they see things coming to fruition, and their ideas about what I'm doing has changed. But you can't get rid of your family. And the way I looked at this, or the people who love you the most, because they're doing it, they're telling you these negative things. They're trying to protect you, right? They don't want you to get hurt, so they're trying to protect you, and they tell you certain things, you know. That, you know, would be discouraging in most ways. They want you to quit and do something safe, right? Or don't take risks, all that kind of stuff. But, you know, this is life. Let's have some fun. Let's you know, fortune favors the bold. I think I said that last night too. You know, you've got to step out of your comfort zone to get stuff done. So your family's protecting you, and here's the way I see it. My family were my biggest teachers in tolerance, in actually dealing with negative people and not pushing them away. So now I can help turn negative people around in their mindset a little bit, because I've had so much practice with the people that I loved that I couldn't push away, right? So now I've become more of a positive influence on the negative people around me instead of pushing them away. It began with me pushing them all out of the way. And I had to do that at first. I had to push all the negative people out of the way so that I could set my mind straight, right? Because there was a lot of it around, you know. So the more positive people I brought towards me, the easier it was for me to start to perceive things in a positive way, and then that becomes a habit. The neural pathways in your head start going, instead of always going to the negative, those synapses go to the negative, they start going to the positive all the time. Now I find myself, when something goes wrong, I'm automatically I'm positive about it. I start thinking of a positive reason why something happened, or a positive thing, and things just keep going great after that. It's really it's hilarious how the attraction thing really works. You know, when you have that mindset, you start to see the good things, and the good things start to happen more and more and bigger and bigger. One last thing before I pass over to you, just for an example, I walked out of a jam practice a week and a half ago, and my bike was stolen. And the first thing that came to my bike was stolen, right? Because I biked to jam practice to get my exercise. I actually bike a lot in the summer, so I use my bike a lot, right, just to get that good exercise. And my bike was stolen. I haven't told anybody about it really, because it didn't really bother me at the time. I walked out, I saw my bike on, and I was like, you know what? The first thing that went through my head was, you know, if that person stole my bike, they probably need the money, or they need the bike more than I do, and that's fine by me. I'm glad that they have that. That's honestly what the first thing that went through my head. I think I laughed at first, I smiled, and then I turned around, started walking, and that's what started going to my head. By the time it was a 5-10 minute walk to my house from there, and by the time I got home, I was totally not even thinking about it. Like most people would just beat them up the whole way home. You know, I got home. And it didn't dawn. I forgot my bike was stolen. And then I went to use it the next day, and it was gone. I was like, oh, whatever. Okay, it's gone. You know. So I went out and bought a new bike, but it is what it is. You know. But that's an example of like how I immediately started going to the positive with most things, even in with some of the most detrimental cases. You know.
It's like a phone. You swipe.
Yeah, you just swipe left, swipe right.
swipe right, swipe to no.
You like Tinder? You're a big Tinder user?
Swipe positive, swipe to yes. It's like sorry, I gotta still have a cold. Hey, we'll just take a few moments to read, because we have a lot of comments, and we want you guys. But after that, we will talk also about why you was talking about your family want to protect you, but they are usually from a world of negativity. But why they are from this world? This is what you have to understand, and then we can move forward. Because maybe you are in this world actually, and you don't know. So maybe just change this point of view, and maybe don't just understand why you are in so negativity. Why like you seems like everything happens, like everything bad happens to you.
There's a big reason for it. There's a big reason for it.
We'll talk about this, but just before we read the comment. So Peter said, "What's up, buddy?" Rob, awesome. So hey guys, Steven, hey Costa. So that's why probably before I get in, like Tyler, good afternoon, Costa. Curry Connolly
Hey,
is there.
Michelle.
Hey, Erin.
Andy.
Simon, what's up? Isabel, Michelle, though. So if influence is the key, of course, you are the result of the 5 people close to you. Like the 5 closest person to you, you become the 6th one. If you are with 5 people negative, you will be negative. Okay, so we can talk about it after also. Hey, Michelle, Marie-Hélène is there. So true, bro. It's just, Kamaya said, so true, bro. It just goes to show when we surround ourselves with others who wish to change, it's inevitable to start to change.
We do great things when we surround ourselves with good people.
If you want to change yourself as well, of course. Okay,
thank you, Michelle. Michelle loves the episodes. I'm glad you love them.
Thank you, Michelle. Kamaya said, but the key things is to want that change to take place. I absolutely love the positivity in my life. The more it takes root, the bigger the mountain are that we can move.
I can't read the whole comments. The comments, no, he's like, the bigger the positivity, the bigger, the more mountains we can move, right? It's like mustard seed, right? Mustard seed. Exactly. Before anyone can change, they have to retrain those thoughts. Yeah, exactly. They're deeply rooted, and we're going to talk about why they're deeply rooted. It starts from a young age. That mindset that gets ingrained in our minds, and it's a lot to do with the media and society and the expectations of society that they put on people, right? Tanya Gray, thank you for joining. Halima, how you doing? Long time no see. You're awesome. Kamaya, it's awesome how we can all have our own talk shows of how to change ourselves and change. Kamaya, I was just thinking this today, man. Like the fact that we can all do our own little go lives now. It kind of pertains exactly what I was saying, how society and television and radio, and they put that materialistic mindset in it, and it just seeds negativity when people don't achieve the goals because they're not given the right tools to achieve the goals in their lives with positive mindset, right? So the fact now that we have these shows that we can talk like this to each other and broadcast this out to the world, this is a powerful thing. So anybody out there who has positive message, let's overcome that bullshit and let's start putting out some positivity to the world, because the world really needs it right now. I mean, as a race, I said it the other day, we're operating down here and we need to be operating up here, and it comes with positive reinforcement, and it's stuff like this, right, Kamaya? You got that right on the nose, man. Totally true.
Exactly.
The no is good. Simon, oh yeah, that's the name of the book Simon was talking about, The Power of Now.
Gotcha, bro. Like knowing your strength by knowing you need more. Yes, exactly. Isabel, hey, my cousin is there. Mckay,
hi, Nikki.
Awesome. That's the
hey,
cure
Mom.
of any addiction. Also, yeah.
My mom's on here. Sorry, Mom. Didn't mean to. My mother has been a great positive influence, though. She's always an awesome influence. She's not the family I was talking about. My mom has supported me so much through everything. I love her very much. She's awesome. Who doesn't love their mom, right?
That's good. I love my mom too.
Hey, Kiki.
To realize the pain, hurt, and suffering are given to us so that we can grow and become stronger. Yeah, when you realize why you are addicted to something, probably it's because of the addiction, because the comment just before it was about addiction. So yeah, when you realize why you are addicted to something, it's because you get something from your addiction. So you maybe try to run away, to escape from something, but when you start to realize that and start to make it positive and start to change in a positive stuff and see the negativity in your addiction, and then maybe be able to turn it on, you will be able to start a change for yourself. Simon, maybe I'm going to fail, but I could say that I try. Yeah, if you not try, you cannot fail, but you cannot success. Okay. And you said that there's many people who tried a lot before before getting success. You know, if you see all the successful people and you say like you have this mentality to think that they just success, like instant success is really rare. You know, usually people try and try and try and try, and what we see is when they succeed, but we not see before what they did before success, before to be successful. And this is what is important. It's like if you think that Oprah Winfrey, she was publicly fired from her first TV show, okay, because they said that she was too emotionally invested in her stories, okay, and they fire her publicly. And then now you see how it goes for her. And this is one story, but there's so many stories, like Walt Disney, like Bill Gates, like Steven Spielberg, like KFC, all the negative things that happened before, like KFC, the Kentucky, the Colonel Sanders. If you take a look at all the fail, and it just takes 2 minutes to find it on Google, all the fails that they have to go through before getting the success that they have now, and that why we know them now. So instant success is really rare, but it's because they go through the fails and they see it maybe as a positive stuff, and the first fail that I cannot call it a fail, because a fail is when you quit. If you don't quit, it's not a fail.
That's right.
You just learn something.
Precisely.
You learn how
Precisely.
to not do it. Yeah. You learn how to not do something. And so if you change the way that you are doing it, you will be one step forward to a success after. So if you not quit, it's not a fail.
And an easier way to not quit is to surround yourself by good people. I can't count the amount of people that I just stopped hanging around with, and how important over the last year and a half that was, to just surround yourself by positive. Like, I would have quit so many times doing this stuff, you know, but I didn't, because I was surrounded by positive, supportive people. And I love you all, and thank you so much for that, Matthew. Thank you for being around, man. You're a great friend. You know, Kamaya, a lot of people out here on this Fab Live. Someone was making fun of me the other day for calling it a Go Live, because they're not Go Lives, they're Facebook Lives. So I'm shortening it and calling it a Fab Live. They're Fab Lives now.
Kamaya said, I used to be irritated because I thought what they were really saying was they had zero faith in me. But what I now realize is that is really, I am raising their faith, and it's awesome. Yes, exactly. People don't see you as a successful person. So when you try something new, when you try something like outside of the box, they, as you said before, Costa, they want to protect you because they don't see you as a successful person. Right. But people will go to buy a perfume for Beyonce, even if she is a singer, okay? Why? Because they see her as a successful person. So if she do a perfume, it will be a good one because she is successful. But if you do a perfume, why they will buy it? You're not successful. You don't have this credit to make something new, make something good, you know? And if you don't have this credit, people will wait to see before. They prefer to wait to see. And if there's other people, and there's many different people. There's the first, the people who try when something new happens, they try it really right now. And there's, like, we can talk about this on another Go Live, on another episode. But yeah, there's some like kind of people who try first, and there's some kind of people they wait to see if it's already a good things or not. So they wait to see the feedback from everybody. Hey, Valentin is there. Jody Ann, awesome. Yeah, bro, let's speak on.
Hey, Jody Ann, Renee, how's it going?
And Renee's there. Go for the next one. Kamaya said many of us lose things. and many things are stolen from us, but they may wear mean from someone else, and always stay grateful for what we have and when we have it. Yes, the grateful, be grateful. This is like this is
Gratitude is key. Gratitude is key, man.
everything. When you start your day with by thinking of only 10 things, okay? Try this tomorrow morning when you wake up. Try to think about the 10 things that you're the most grateful for in your life. 10 things. Only 10. There's many things that you can be grateful for. Start your day with this. And when you will get up of the bed, you will have a positive mindset already, because you will say, thank you, thank you, thank you for like all the good things that I have already in my life. And that will bring you positivity to your day. All your day can be changed just because the first thing you said in the morning is thank you.
It actually creates dopamine in your mind with the thought and the emotion of gratitude. It creates dopamine. So you're starting your day off with dopamine drips, pretty much. Good, positive feelings, right? If you're feeling grateful for something, try being grateful and angry at something at the same time. It's impossible. You can't do it. It's just impossible, right? If you can do it, then you're not doing the gratitude properly, because gratitude is not a thought. It's an emotion. If you're not emotionally grateful for the things you have, then it's not you're not doing it right. You know, it's really important to feel that way.
Right.
I had another thought, but I can't remember it.
So true, and definitely show. Michelle Love, what's up, Renee? Austin is there. Austin, preach. Amen, Costa moms, what's up? Kamaya Zella. Des is your father, right?
No, Des, my mom. Her name is Vespina. It's a Greek name.
Desmina, okay.
It's Des for short.
Kevin Rivera is there. Simon, you don't fail, you learn. Exactly. My brother is there. Guillaume, how's going, bro? I will see you this week. I'm going back to Canada. Back 2 days. But on Thursday, I will be in Canada. I start following Kaden Trading last night. She is someone who has greatly taken a negative attribute and turned it into a positive movement. Oh, that's great. I don't know this. I will make a search. Thank you, Kamaya, for sharing this with us. So true. And also, as soon as you stop surrounding yourself with positive people, you will quickly go back to the negative way. Yeah, when you stop to surround, you have to continuously looking for positive people. And who don't like I'm addict to dopamine.
It's really funny what my mother just said right here. I brought her into one of my newer businesses that I was doing, and this was just a couple months ago, and she says, it's great to see all the comments. She says she was pretty negative in the beginning. She wasn't really negative. She was just skeptical, right? And she's like, okay, if you say so, you know, I'll come into this business. And I knew something big was happening, so she came in. She's like, but now I'm a believer. It really works. Just be a bit patient, positive thinking. Just because she's starting to see some money go into the bank account now, so she's she's a believer. Yeah, it's all right. She supported me the whole way, you know, and she believed me when I told her this was a good business to get involved with, and now she's starting to see the results. So I'm happy about that. Love you, Mom. Jodianne, support is definitely important for positive growth. Yep. Support is key. So back to the beginning, the people you keep around you, it's up to you who you hang out with, who you keep around you, the positive influences and the negative influence. Because I'm going to tell you right now, it's very, very difficult to have positive outcomes in your ventures and in your journeys if you keep negative people around you. In fact, they will pull you down like crabs in a bucket. Everybody knows what crabs in a bucket are, right? They don't put lids on buckets with crabs when they go crab fishing, because the crabs keep pulling all the crab. When one crab starts to get out, the other crabs pull it back into the bucket, right? So they don't need a lid on those buckets. And it's a great analogy for negative people in your life. They will penetrate your mind because, frankly, most people are not equipped in this society and in this world to stay positive on their own. So we need to come together. People like Matthew, people like myself, Kamaya, Michelle, Jody, Renee, all these people on this cast right now. We need to come together. We need to keep each other, keep propping each other up, man, because that is the road to success. And it's very important to keep positive people around you as much as possible. The people that are going to support you and give you good influence and give you good information. Mentors are very important. So, you know, that's definitely a key component to success, the people you hang around with. And if all the 5 main people you hang around with are millionaires, well, guess what? Guess who's going to be the next millionaire? Guaranteed. So, you know, or whatever you want to be. Surround yourself with those people that have those results and make sure they're positive and they support you and they help you and they lift you up. The second, I actually have a compassion now when people, you know, make fun of the things that I do. And I'm like, you can make fun of me all you want, because you don't sign my checks. You know what I mean? You're not the ones that are making my life positive. So I actually have a compassion for these people. I see them stay in these negative paradigms, right? And you cannot succeed when you always make excuses and point fingers and play the victim with everything. Oh, woe is me, I'm the victim. You know, things happen in life. Things happen. Yes, we become victims, and that's not your fault. But what is your fault, what is my fault, what is anybody's fault, is to play the victim role after the fact. You don't brush yourself off and get yourself back up, then it's your fault. No one, you know, it's your fault. You can't play the victim. Shit happens. You got to get up and keep rolling.
It will be a big difference if you start to think that things happen because of you instead of things happen to you. If you think that that everything in life happened to you, you will always be a victim. You will always have the victim role of your life. But if you start to think about the thing happened because of you, everything happened in your life is because of you.
We are creators.
The way that you will face it is different.
Things don't happen to you, they happen because of you.
Before the comment, I was talking about why people come from a negative world, why people are in a negative world. Maybe you are watching this and you are in a negative world. You think that, yeah, everything happened to you, everything bad, like, you know, you just have bad things in your life. Like it's one after one after one after one after one. But guess what? Negative attract negative. Positive will attract positive. So if you change it, if you start, as we said at the beginning of this live, if you start to try to find a positive side of everything in your life, you will start to attract more positivity in everything in your life. So you can stop this ripple effect, that negative, 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 just by trying to focus on positivity. Just try to focus your mindset on positivity. Hello, Marilyn.
Hey, Marilyn.
What's up?
So you're so right. You know, the world is surrounded. The world is surrounded. We're surrounded by equal negative, equal positive, and it's up to you what you want to look at and how you want to perceive it, what your paradigm is. You're the only one in charge of that. But we can have keys and we can have little helpful things that help us on that way, right? Like, you know, the people you hang around with, the books you read, the things that you keep around you that influence you, right? Where you hang out, the places you go to, you know, it's up to you to make them positive. It's not up to anybody else. And if you maintain, sorry, go ahead.
Talking about before French, but it's the power of now, le pouvoir du moment présent, the power of now.
Eckhart Tolle.
So yeah, why do you think that you are in a negative world? Be conscious. Be conscious. Sorry, I don't know how to say it in English.
No, be conscious. You're right.
Be aware. Yeah, be aware for everything you are doing in your life, and see if there's positivity inside of it, or it's just fulfilled with negativity. Most of people watch TV when they get up in the morning, they open the TV news, you know, or the radio, and they get the news.
I don't even listen to the news anymore.
you are a journalist, you learn that a good news is not a news. Okay? People are attracted, and if you want to be on the front line of on a newspaper or news, a TV show or something like that, you need a bad news because people will, what? Bad news. Like, you see, our mindset when you are in a negative world are attracted with negative news. And
What do they
most of
say?
people
They say
are in
misery
this.
loves company, right? Misery loves company. You ever heard that saying? When you're constantly in a
No,
bad
never.
place it's called misery loves company. It's a saying. And when you're in a bad place all the time, you seek out to justify your victimizations and your negative paradigm with other people's misery. Misery loves company, right? There's a saying.
I love it. Sorry, I really need to take care
Hi,
of it.
Emmy.
But
We got Go
so
Goulet on the podcast.
Amy, yeah, Amy's there. So yeah, just start to be aware of everything you have in your life. Go on your, like, be aware of what you see on TV. I got a book there. I was reading it yesterday. I think so. They said that a kid before to be 18 years old, so I'll try to find it. They see like kill scenario or real kills in the news or in the movie or at the TV or like
Video
even in the
games.
cartoon. Everybody, imagine it before you are 18 years old. You see all these kills, all this, like, people die in front of your eyes because you are on Facebook, because you are on YouTube, because you are in front of a TV, because you watch, like, okay, so just think about it. That bring you into a negative world because you see negativity all the time. You fulfill your life with negativity all around you. The people surrounding you, how we talked about it before, and the things that you are doing in your life, it's always negative. If you go to work in the morning and you're not happy to go work, it's negative. It's negativity. Be grateful for everything. Be grateful for the job that you have. You have a job. A lot of people don't have it. Okay. Okay.
When you act
There's
this way too,
many.
you also bring positive influence to the people that you're going around, you know? It's good to be the positive influence too. So once you start getting this energy going with you, you'll find that when you do get around negative people, you're a stronger force, you know? You bring the light to the room as well. So it is a ripple effect. And the same way that negativity is a disease, if you realize these things, and then you go into a negative situation, you handle it like a fucking monk. Sorry. Oh, I swore. You handle it like a monk, you know, you handle it like you know, with grace, you know. And that's that's how we begin to influence everything around us. You know, this world is full of negativity, it's full of poor influence, and it's best for us to be a force of positive influence, you know, and bring this to the people around us and not let these, you know, these things bring you down, you know. Don't play the victim. Oh, everything, yeah, this person's right, everything's horrible, you know. No, paradigm's paradigm. It's a beautiful world, you know. What's that? There's like people always talking about the cup being half full or half empty. No, man, it's a beautiful cup, you know. The glass is beautiful. Everything is beautiful, you know. And it's really your paradigm that makes all the difference. And the more people that can perceive this journey that we're on in life, this lesson, this school for our souls in this world, you know, the more that we can perceive it in a positive light and in a productive light, the more that the darkness is going to be flushed out. I mean, everything's, you know, there's an equal amount of everything, but we are the creators, and you either have control over your consciousness and your emotions, or you let everything bombard you and make you negative. It's up to you. You're the only one in control of that. And don't point fingers, don't blame the world around you, because it's no one's fault but your own. If you're hanging out in a negative place, in a negative situation that you can't get a handle of, then it's your job to get out of that. Get out of it, get away from it, and put yourself around people who are going to help you and support you. That's the key. And as we can gain that force, that army of people who are more positive, you know, we can bring that and we can influence, you know, and show the negative that, you know, it's really about your paradigm. It's really about the way that you perceive things. That's what's important.
So
we can win this war.
I was talking, in America, a kid is a témoin. How you say when you see something?
Quoi?
Un témoin.
Observe.
In French.
Un témoin.
Yeah, observe.
Observe.
Yeah. 12,000. Okay. 12,000 simulation of murder before the age of 14. 12,000 simulation of murder.
Simulations you're talking about?
Huh?
You're talking about simulations? Is that what you said?
Simulation of murder.
Simulating, yeah.
Simulate, yeah.
Yeah. Before the age of 14. Well, look at the video games like Grand Theft Auto and you know, what's that other one? The army one there, Tour of Duty or whatever. I can't even remember. I haven't played video games in so long. You know, the Black Ops ones there, the Tom Clancy ones. Anyway, all those war games and stuff. Yeah, absolutely. You know, and then on the news, you know, just every time you turn on the news, it's literally like 90% bad news every single time. And then, geez, the last political election in the States, my God, man, everyone went friggin' stupid over that. You know, it's all about divide and conquer. As long as they can keep the negative in there and keep people arguing about fucking nothing, arguing about total retardedness that's going to make no difference on the outcome of anything. I'm going to tell you right now, whoever the president is, it doesn't matter who the president is. It's all a puppet show. It's to keep people divided and occupied from what we should be keeping our eyes on. You know, it's taking our eyes off what we're supposed to be paying attention to.
Keep your focus. They want to keep your focus on something not important that will not change your life.
That's right. And then there's other ways. There are other ways that they do it too. They do it through entertainment. They do it through sports, right? Entertainment and sports. It's the oldest trick in the book. It was in Roman times, even the emperors, you know, they would say panem et circenses. That's Latin for bread and circuses, right? The circus was the horse races that they had, you know, with the chariots. You ever see Ben-Hur? The chariot races and the gladiator matches. If they could keep the masses fed and entertained, they could pretty much get away with anything behind the scenes, right? So panem et circenses was something that they would say, you know, to keep. They're either dividing and conquering, or they're keeping you fat and dumb, to put it bluntly, you know, with entertainment. There's nothing wrong with entertainment. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with sports and movies and stuff like that, but the amount of it that we take in instead of paying attention to the real deal and staying on positivity is our duty, right? So, like, you know, this is all just, you know, suggestion. You know, this is how I like to live my life. This is how a lot of people in you know, entrepreneurship online, the people, the communities that we're involved with, this is the way that we support each other and we find like-minded people, right? And this is just what we do. You know, you do your thing. If you want to stay negative and that's by all means, keep going down the road, keep walking into those walls, keep stressing out, keep feeling like crap, go ahead and do it. It's your choice, right? It's your choice. But there is a way better path, and that's, you know, choosing a more positive paradigm. And the moment, I'm sure you can agree with me, Matthew, I mean, the moment we started thinking this way, I'm not even kidding, everything began to turn around, and I watch it turn around for so many people around me as well, right? Just because of having that positive mindset. There's so much benefit to it. You're always pushing forward. You're always thinking of new, awesome things, and you're always like, you're imagining again. It's just everything that comes out of it is you know, definitely productive in the end. So Hey, David.
Listening the Wizard of Ads audiobook.
That's a great book.
That was part of the book that was referring to all the great stories told to the English that made them become great. Too long. I cannot see the all comments. But yes. So David, hey, Cindy is there in Europe, probably in the night now. So yeah, we passed the half an hour. So
yeah, we did it again.
Yeah, but we are free. That's how
we're free to do whatever we want.
Yeah.
I don't have to be in bed.
The Facebook Live because we have ads to do or before that because we are free. So that's why turn on the notification of this live, okay? And myself, I will do it tomorrow. Turn on the notification when I'm doing it also, so you will get the notification for every daily show that we are doing, the Tremblay and Mckay show. Hashtag Tremblay. You can share it with your friends if you get value from this. Thank you for everybody was like all the comments that we had during this go live. Everybody was watching it. So grateful. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you so much, guys.
It was another great go live. Hope you get value from this.
Fab Live. They're called Fab Lives now.
What?
Fab Live. Facebook Live. Fab Live.
Fab Live. Because what is Go Live? Go Live is from...
I think that's from my YouTube, maybe. I don't know. I said the bad word. I shouldn't say that on Facebook.
You will.
Yeah, now they're not going to do it. Now they're not going to put our Fab Live out there. Our Facebook
So thank you
Live.
for the like. Thank you for the love. Thank you for all the shares and the laughing that we have during this Go Live. It's really motivating. It's really all this positivity. Show us positivity. That's awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Love you guys. Thanks a lot. You have a good night. Talk to you later, Matthew.
Have a good night. Cheers. Bye-bye, everybody.